Hi everyone! In this video, I would like to share with you how I went 21 days without food by the method of Marva Oganyan. Marva is a well-known naturopath who majored in biochemistry and lived with a mission to educate us humans about how to live a long, healthy life by detoxifying the body through fasting. And it's not about weight loss, it's about deep cleansing and resetting the entire system. And I do not promote this method to anyone. In fact, if you decide to do any diets or detox, you should definitely consult with your doctor prior to this. And here I only want to talk about my experience because it may help those who are preparing for the detox or for those who do it regularly. Why did I decide to go with the detox? First of all, I'm that person who constantly trying to lose weight as long as I remember myself. I'm not happy with my body. And I tried many things to lose weight, such as keto diets, protein diets, intermittent fasting, 3 days of water, or you name it. And I did sports too, which provoked me to eat even more. So none of this worked. Second, I'm that person who constantly improves her habits. And this year, for example, I reduced the intake of gluten, sugar, dairy products, and stopped drinking alcohol, which is great. I want to keep doing it. But I couldn't help but wonder, if I try to eat healthier, my body still needs cleansing. And I started to research everything about the detox. And one of the hardest detox I went through was 3 days of water, and I felt terrible. I had no energy, my hair started to fall out, and I had nonstop headaches. Today was my last day of 21 days without food, and tomorrow I will start exiting the detox. For some reason, I think that exiting the detox is much harder because there's not a lot of information about it. Um, there's a lot of information about how to do detox, but not how to exit. And maybe I'll do another video on how to do that. Now let me start from start to finish to recap my whole journey. Officially, my detox started on March 26, but I've been preparing for it for 2.5 months in advance. You don't have to do it for that long because Marva suggests doing 3 days of raw vegan diet before doing 21 days. But maybe that's why it was easier for me, maybe. And I did exactly this. And for 2.5 months, I minimized my consumption of sugar, dairy products, gluten, and alcohol. And 3 days before I started the detox, I was just eating salads. Another important thing to note for women, I made sure to start the detox right after my menstrual period. On day 0, which was March 25th, I had my last meal at noon and I didn't eat anything after that. I drank my herbal tea, and the list of all the herbs needed for the tea I will write in the description box below, as well as all the links to the products that I used during the detox. And around 7 p.m. I took magnesium sulfate and applied a heated pad on my kidney for 1 hour. While I was doing that, I also sipped 3 large cups of herbal tea. Also, magnesium sulfate helps to get rid of the food that is in your tummy, meaning that in a few minutes or maybe in a couple of hours, one should go to the bathroom. You know what I mean. And magnesium sulfate must be taken only once on a day 0. After that, you don't do magnesium sulfate. Then I went to bed at 9 p.m. hoping to get a good rest, but you know what? I didn't actually fall asleep until like around 11. My mind was racing. I had a lot of thoughts, maybe because I'm used to going to bed around 12 a.m. Just know that between 9 and 10 p.m., our body produces melatonin, which regulates repair and recovery. So it's really important to go to bed as early as from 9 to 10. Also, during the deep sleep, growth hormones are released and help with the cell regeneration and healing. So basically, sleep is just as important as the detox itself. Plus, the next morning, I had to wake up at 5 a.m. March 26, day one. I woke up at 5 a.m. to do the cleansing using enema. And I will list in the description box the link to Amazon if you want to buy that one. And the enema contains 2 liters of water, and Marva says that 4 to 6 liters are required. Basically, you do it until you have clean water, which means I did 2, sometimes 3 enemas per morning. But according to my observations, the third enema was the most effective. And there is a lot of information about how you do the cleansing. You can look it up online. How I did was the first one I did on one side, the second one on the other side, and the third one I was turning from one side to another. And usually it took me about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Right after that, I took hot showers for 15 minutes at least. And during the day, I drank only water and my herbal tea all day, and I went to bed at 9 p.m. And woke up at 5 a.m. The next morning during those 21 days. On day 8, I started drinking juices. There are 2 types of juices that I think must be included no matter what. The first one is the cucumber and celery, which helps with any inflammation in the body and rejuvenates cells. And the second is beet and carrot juice, which helps to clean the kidney. So these 2 juices were a must for me. I also tried citrus juices twice, but it gave me a weird feeling in my gut, and I stopped doing it. So it's really important to drink the juice without any pulp. And as well as the herbal tea, sometimes, there is a piece of lemon, like a pulp of a lemon or a lemon seed, you just must get rid of it immediately. Now I had a few questions from my followers on Instagram, which I wanted to address here too. And the first one was, what results did I get from my detox? Before I started pre-detox, my weight was 64 kilos, which is like 3 days before day 1, right? And on day 1, my weight was 62 kilograms. And on day 21, which is today, my weight is 57 kilograms. My ideal weight is 55 kilos. It was easy to lose the first 4 kilos, which was mainly water. And, then I started slowly losing weight very slowly. The other one is my skin feels so much better. My wrinkles started to go. I had 2 large ones on my forehead. It's still there, but it's not as visible as it was before. On the negative side, my nails started to split, which means that I'm missing some of the vitamins. But I think it's fixable in the nearest future, so I don't really worry about that much. The next question is, the person is asking that they did fasting and felt nausea and headaches, and how did I survive it? So during the detox, our body actively breaks down and releases toxins that have been built over time, especially from the colon. And as this waste is loosened and mobilized, it needs to be eliminated efficiently. Otherwise, it can get reabsorbed into the bloodstream, and that's what causing the fatigue, headache, nausea, and other symptoms. That's why daily enemas are really important because they help to flush out the toxins and waste from the intestines really quickly. It prevents reabsorption of harmful substances. It supports the liver and kidneys, and it also relieve detox symptoms such as bloating, brain fog, the skin breakouts. And in Marva's method, enemas are done every morning at 5 a.m. That's when the body's natural elimination processes are most active, which makes it most effective time to support cleansing. Another great way to clean the skin out of the toxins is to take hot showers right after you do the cleansing. And also before going to bed, if you take a bath, a warm bath with the temperature of 39 degrees Celsius with magnesium flakes, but not more than for 20 minutes. And I will also leave the link in the description to the magnesium flakes that I have used. Next question, how hard was it to do 21 days? I would say it was hard. Mentally, it was really hard. Physically, it was okay because the body does not want to eat. Um, it doesn't feel any discomfort without food, but the brain was dreaming about pasta, sandwiches, I mean, all sorts of food. And I watched a lot of food recipes on YouTube and Instagram, starting with all the greasy food first and ending with healthier choices by the end of the detox, and saved some of them for the future. The other very popular question was, won't I gain weight back when I start eating again? Yes, I will gain weight if I start eating tomorrow the same food as I ate before, pre-detox, I think. Therefore, post-detox phase is just as important as the detox itself, because this is where many people slip and gain all the weight back. Marva says that post-detox must last the same amount of days as the detox itself, which means 21 days. So I plan on starting with liquids and blended foods, then slowly introduce raw solids, followed by maybe lightly cooked veggies, etc. After fasting, our stomach is very sensitive and smaller in size. So eating slowly, chewing well, um, stop when you feel satisfied. So don't just make it up for the food that you've missed. Also try to avoid processed food, dairy food, gluten, sugar, alcohol, any fried foods for as long as possible, because these can cause bloating, inflammation, and of course, weight gain again. Also, I've learned that the body produces fat as a defense against toxins. Here is why. When we're exposed to toxins through food, water, air, products, even stress, our bodies don't always have the ability to eliminate them right away, especially if our detox pathways like liver, kidneys, lymph, colon are overwhelmed with or sluggish, right? So instead of letting these toxins float freely in our bloodstreams, which is very dangerous, the body stores them in fat cells to protect our vital organs. So when you detox and start to lose fat, toxins are released into the bloodstreams. That's why some people feel tired, dizzy, sick during the detox. So if you're not eliminating them properly with things like enemas, your body might hold onto fat again and rebuffer those toxins. That's why detoxing safely and supporting elimination is so important. Now, to summarize my detox experience, I think it was amazing. I think that it was really challenging, but at the same time, I'm really proud of myself. I think that this was one of the biggest challenges that I've faced recently. For me, not eating for 21 days was not easy, I would say, especially when you have a family whom you need to feed, you need to cook every day, which I did as well. So I'm proud of myself, and I think it's really important when you have people who support you. So I'm really grateful for everyone who was around me, who supported me during this journey. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to help. Happy to navigate. Also, if you don't follow me on Instagram, please do, because soon I'll be doing a 7 days fasting, which is going to be harder, but I think I figure out the formula, how to do it. Um, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, week, month, year. Please stay healthy, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.